So let's talk about let's do this and show the Oura Ring sleep.
Yeah. My girlfriend gifted me this one for my birthday. I didn't even know that such thing exists.
There is a couple. There's Whoop Strap that also measures, but it's more for training. It's subscription based, and
Yeah.
Oura
Oh,
Ring.
yeah, I know. That's like a strap, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
Yeah. No, I
for
mean,
your wrist.
as a ring, I didn't know that it exists as a
Yeah,
ring. Like as a strap, I saw it on, the polars also we use for the training,
yeah,
like
yeah.
on your body.
So what do you how do you obviously we know how we monitor the sleep, but how many times do you sleep? How you take a nap as you also told me before this podcast, but what's how much emphasis do you put on sleep during your training sessions, your training
Well,
regime?
yeah, like that's why I got this ring, because I'm a bad sleeper, and my girlfriend found this ring, and she was like, "You have to track your sleep," because I train so hard, and when I recovered, I have so much energy. But then when I start camp, and I like yesterday, I did 2 sessions a day. Now, like I'm already preparing for a fight, so I also train twice a day sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends on the session. So and I sweat a lot. Like I'm one of these guys who sweat liters of water, who have to drink water with just salt in it and just like to hydrate. And at the end of the week or in the middle of the week, I get like so tired and weak, even though I drink so much water. And so probably something was wrong with my sleeping. Like I thought I'm sleeping long, like 10 hours or so, but I'm not sleeping. I'm just lying in bed.
Yeah.
And now as I have this ring, I can track my sleeping. And now I figured out, oh, you're like 8 hours in bed, but you just slept 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's like so little. Like the whole week, last week, I was training every day, but every day I had like only 5 hours of sleep. And then on the weekend, I had finally twice, Saturday and Sunday, I slept like till I wake up without alarm. And yeah, that helps me now to track my sleep to recover, because recovery is like, I don't know, 80% of the training camp, like, or even more. It's more important maybe than the training.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you get enough deep and REM sleep?
Actually, yesterday I didn't have it. I had like only 1 hour REM sleep, and the deep sleep was 1.5 hours, and only 5 hours of sleep. And I try to improve. Yesterday I went to bed at 10. I slept at like 11:30 or something, and I'm waking up at 6 because I have my first session at 6:45.
Yeah.
And was a little lack of sleep, but yeah, I wake up in the night many times because I drink so much water now. I started now to I'm trying now to get 2 gallons of water every day in my body. And as you know, if you drink so much, you're just running. The one half of the day you are drinking, the other half you are running to the toilet. Yeah, so I had to pee so many times in the night. But yeah, now I know that I have lack of sleep, and I'm trying to improve on that.
Yeah, that's the one thing I noticed is the earlier, like the most important part of the sleep, and that's what also like the sleep doctors in general talk about, that the first part of the night or the evening is like when the most important part is when you go to sleep at 10, like you said, the 10 between 10 and 2 o'clock in the morning is the most important part of the sleep, because afterwards it's much more difficult to get the deep and the REM sleep. So I noticed that as well. The earlier you go to bed, the earlier I go to bed, the fresher I am in the morning, and I can wake up at 6, 7 o'clock, no problem. But then if I even the same amount of sleep, let's say from 10 till 6 is 8 hours, it's different than from 12 till 8, because the quality, I wake up in a completely different quality of like sometimes with a headache, just because I went to sleep a little bit late, and despite the same amount of hours, it still makes a difference. So.
Yeah. It depends probably also on yourself, like when you have your deepest sleep. Like some people have in the morning their deepest sleep, and then some people have like but I read also on this in the booklet of this, they say, as you said, it's the best to have your sleep from midnight to 3 or something. That's the best time to have your deep sleep. Like if you can work on that. I'm trying now. But why did you get the ring? Like you have sleeping problems too, or?
I'm a health fanatic, but I got it just because I found it interesting to track my sleep, and just sometimes I look at it just to track and to see how I slept at last night, what time I fell asleep, what time I woke up, because it tells you also like when you wake up and what hours. And I
Yeah,
feel like
true.
that's what, like I know, like I said, I was noticing that the earlier I went to sleep, the better quality of sleep I got at the middle of the night, like you said, from in the 11, 12, 1 o'clock. That's when you like like flat out sleep, and then I wake
Yeah,
up and I notice the difference. So it also depends if you eat too much at night, if you go to bed with a full stomach, and then you see that the
true.
sleep was completely shit
Yeah.
that night. Um,
What is your sleep like in average? How long do you sleep in average? Like, do you
More like
usually?
8 hours. I try.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah. I put emphasis on that.
Yeah.
It's very, because I also, people like the people that are experts in that, they say that naps are very important, especially for
Mm,
athletes. You have to nap.
yeah.
And old school people, old school athletes, they always napped, and they still carry on after they finish their careers. Their bodies are used to napping, and they do
Yeah.
it. And in general, it just like it gives you sometimes like this power nap is real. Like you get like a
Mm,
20-minute power nap if I'm tired and I feel like my body needs it. It's enough to jolt me
yeah.
awake again, and then afterwards I have enough energy. So I listen to my body, I observe my body, just because of, also like I said earlier, I had injuries, I had too many injuries in my past, and through
Yeah.
the injuries, through the rehabs, I learned my body, I learned to listen to my body, I learned to understand my body better. And people make fun of me because they never had injuries, they don't understand. But once you
Yeah. Yeah.
learn, you learn to read your body, you learn also how to treat your body, and
Yeah. Yeah.
then you all of a sudden you feel better, you have a better quality of life that way. Other people are lucky, and they don't care, they didn't have those injuries, and they can walk through life pain
Mm.
free. So
Well, yeah. When I was younger, I never did. I napped. I never napped. There was a thing. My stepfather, my former coach, always like, go nap after the first training session. I couldn't. I had so much energy, and I was like, no. If I nap, I want to sleep longer. And then when I wake up, I'm disappointed because I can't sleep anymore and have to train. And so I didn't nap. But now I'm like, no, it's good to have like 20, 30 minutes. It makes you sharper, and
yeah,
your focus is back. And if you are often sore, you are fresher after a nap. But I
exactly.
would say 8 hours is good for somebody who drinks so much coffee like you. I see you all the time at the coffee shops on Instagram.
But this is another key. You will never see me drink coffee. Very rarely you will see me drink coffee past 3 o'clock, 3, 4, maybe
That's
4 o'clock, because it's not necessarily that it keeps me from falling asleep. I fall asleep even if I would drink a coffee, let's say an espresso shot after dinner. Sometimes when you're on the road, I try to avoid it, but sometimes you just like, I'll still fall asleep, but
yeah.
the quality of sleep is not as good, because the caffeine keeps you from going into the I think the deep sleep, because it just, you can see on an Oura Ring that whenever I drink coffee at night, I still sleep the same amount of hours, but I don't get enough of, that's a deep sleep. I think it was deep sleep.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest difference. So I try to eliminate the caffeine in the second half of the day. After lunch, I try not to drink any coffee anymore, and I just drink tea or just water or whatever. And then that way,
That's what I do too.
it's a much better way of quality of sleep.
That's what I do too, because I love coffee. I love, like, I try to avoid it, and I try to stop. Just wake up and just drink water. So like,
Yeah.
drinking water. My girlfriend, for example, she always wakes up. She gets her water with her lime, and that's her like in the morning drink. But I drink so much coffee now. I got too into coffee too. Now she got used to it too, and she loves also now the coffee smell in the morning. And I would like to drink it through the whole day, but now I also like. I have only one coffee in the morning before workout, 6 in the morning, and yeah, it's when I was younger, I drank so much caffeine, and I still could sleep at night. But now it's different.
It's
But also,
actually, go ahead, go ahead.
you track your activity too, or only the sleep? Like, I track it.
Activity too. Yeah.
I even did like mids today and like heavy back workout, and I have the ring on, and then I see my heart rate on like in the training session, and it doesn't break. It's like was good.
This is
myself.
this is a great infomercial for Aura. I will send this to Aura. I will
We should
advertise
sponsor this. We should
Yeah,
sponsor this podcast. Definitely.
for sure, for sure.